Yes, I enjoyed it very much. As the greatest, and rightly so, sex symbol of all time.
Acting with handsome men is truly a wonderful thing. In her entire life, Angie Dickinson has never been far from passionate love affairs. As a former sex symbol of Hollywood, she has gone through many love affairs with powerful, charming, and sometimes stormy men. There were people who left her laughing, and many who only brought anxiety. But among those countless faces, there was only one man that she could never forget. Now 93 years old, with the sharp eyes of an experienced person, Angie Dickinson spoke for the first time to reveal about the greatest love of her life, the mysterious man who has occupied a corner of her heart for decades. Was it a famous star? A romantic lover hidden by time? Or a shock that stunned Hollywood? Don't miss it. Like and subscribe to our channel to uncover the secrets behind the life of the queen of the screen, Angie Dickinson. This great love story will keep you glued to it. Before becoming the famous policewoman of the small screen, Angie Dickinson was an icon that captivated the most powerful men in Hollywood. Frank Sinatra was once infatuated with her. John F. Kennedy was rumored to be unable to take his eyes off her special charm. But more than her beauty, Angie conquered audiences and filmmakers with her confident demeanor, ability to master every frame, and unmistakable temperament. Born on September 30, 1931 in the small town of Culm, North Dakota, into a German family who loved languages and cinema, Angie soon showed her passion for the silver screen. Her childhood was associated with black and white films at the local cinema run by her father. Tragedy struck when the cinema burned down, but the passion for cinema was ignited in little Angeline Brown. In 1942, her family moved to Burbank, California, just a short distance from Hollywood. Here, Angie stood out not only for her beauty but also for her intelligence and determination. She graduated from business and worked many ordinary jobs, but Hollywood fate called her name after a local beauty contest. From the role of one of the supporting models on television, Angie entered the acting career with small but impressive roles. The turning point came with Rio Bravo, 1959, where she played alongside John Wayne and Dean Martin, asserting herself as an A-list female lead. Not accepting to be a mere sex bomb, Dickinson steadfastly pursued roles with depth, intelligence, and courage. The peak of her career came with the role of Sergeant Pepper Anderson in Policewoman, the first female lead character to lead a primetime television series in the US. It was not just a role, but a symbol of the change in the way women were viewed on screen. From small-town girl to legendary star, Angie Dickinson is a testament to perseverance, intelligence, and timeless appeal, an icon not only admired, but also inspired. By the early 1970s, Angie Dickinson was a household name in Hollywood. With her charisma, commanding screen presence, and a track record that ranged from action films to A-list productions, she didn't need television to make her mark. But television sought her out, and a new legend was born. In March 1974, Dickinson appeared in an episode of Police Story, a series known for its realistic portrayal of the police world. The positive response from audiences prompted NBC to offer her a lead role in her own series. Dickinson initially declined. At the time, television often stereotyped female characters as clichés. But when producers committed to creating a truly different character, with depth and initiative, Angie agreed. That decision rewrote American television history. Policewoman officially debuted in late 1974. Dickinson played Sergeant Suzanne Pepper Anderson, an undercover Los Angeles Police Department officer who specialized in infiltrating dangerous criminal organizations. This role was not only a turning point in her career, but also a milestone in the way women's roles on screen were viewed. Dickinson portrayed Pepper with calm, sharpness, and kindness. Without needing to scream to show power, her character still exuded undeniable leadership and charisma. The audience warmly welcomed the character. The film quickly became a ratings phenomenon, airing for 4 seasons and making Angie Dickinson one of the most famous women on television in the 1970s. She received 3 Emmy nominations and won a Golden Globe. But behind the scenes, there were trade-offs, grueling filming schedules, inadequate pay, and having to turn down potential film roles because of scheduling constraints. Despite her creative control, Angie was often forced into sexy scenes, like the one where she made a phone call in the bathtub, reflecting the pressure the entertainment industry put on women's images. But Policewoman's cultural impact was undeniable. The number of women applying to police academies in the US skyrocketed, many inspired by the image of Pepper Anderson, a true hero. When the Los Angeles Police Department awarded her an honorary degree in 1987, Angie smiled and joked, "Now you can call me Dr. Pepper." Even after the series ended, Angie Dickinson continued to play the character in nostalgic television shows, such as Ringo with Ringo Starr, Saturday Night Live, and Bob Hope's Christmas shows. With Policewoman, Angie not only made a career but also helped shape a generation of women who dared to enter fields once reserved for men. Angie Dickinson's love life was a multi-layered emotional journey, where she always tried to balance the spotlight with family values. Despite being a Hollywood glamour icon, Dickinson never traded privacy for the sake of pleasing the public. Her heart, above all, belonged to her family. Her first marriage to football player Gene Dickinson ended in 1959, coinciding with Angie's rise to stardom in Rio Bravo. In the following years, she was involved in many love rumors with powerful figures such as Frank Sinatra and President John F. Kennedy. But her deepest love was with legendary musician Burt Bacharach. They married in 1965 and had a daughter, Nikki, who was born prematurely and had Asperger's syndrome. Taking care of her child completely changed Angie's career direction. She turned down many big roles, only taking jobs if she could come home to cook dinner for her family, even when she starred in Policewoman. Although Angie once claimed she did not want to be more famous than her husband, the reality was the opposite. When Angie became a TV star in the 1970s, Burt faced career problems and lawsuits. Their life together gradually cracked. They lived apart since 1976 and divorced in 1981. However, Angie's feelings for Burt remained steadfast and respectful. They always maintained a deep connection through their daughter Nikki. Angie's greatest tragedy in life came in 2012, when Nikki died at the age of 40 from suicide after a long battle with Asperger's syndrome. That loss was a wound that never healed, but it was also a testament to the unconditional love of a mother who always chose to be with her child over the halo of fame. In the bright lights of Hollywood, Angie Dickinson still kept her own space, where love, sacrifice and kindness were always the guiding lights. The love affair between Angie Dickinson and Frank Sinatra was a special chapter in the lives of two great stars, a relationship that lasted 2 decades, passionate but never ended in marriage. They fell in love, parted ways, and came back together, as if they couldn't let go, but couldn't walk the path together. Their first meeting took place in 1953, backstage at the Colgate Comedy Hour. At the time, Angie was still married to Gene Dickinson, and Sinatra was married to Ava Gardner. Still, the first sparks flew immediately. Sinatra's bold request for her phone number was the start of a lifelong relationship. Their chemistry quickly spread to the big screen, most notably in Ocean's 11, 1960, where Dickinson played the wife of Sinatra's Danny Ocean. She divorced that year, and the two remained in close contact from then on, sometimes as lovers, sometimes as confidants. They had seriously considered marriage, especially in 1964, but in the end, neither of them took the plunge. Dickinson once said bluntly, "I don't want to marry him, because Sinatra's nightlife was too much for her." Frank had his own reservations, declaring that he would not marry a movie star, a statement that was contradictory, especially when he later married Mia Farrow, another star. But for Dickinson, that didn't hurt. On the contrary, she understood and was even relieved to avoid a commitment she wasn't ready for. Although they were never officially married, their relationship was strong. Sinatra died in 1998, but Angie still considers him the love of my life. She remembered him with fondness, a talented, complex, sometimes annoying but always special man. That failed love, after all, was proof of a kind of love that went beyond formality, a feeling that needed no name, but still lived on like a beautiful melody that never ended. Angie Dickinson and John Wayne, two Hollywood icons, created one of the most memorable pairings in film history in Rio Bravo, 1959. Although they never confirmed their relationship in real life, their on-screen chemistry kept the public guessing about an extra-scripted love affair. First meeting in 1958 in I Married a Woman, Dickinson and Wayne had a natural chemistry, despite their short time together. But it was Rio Bravo that marked the sublime moment in their combination. Dickinson played Feathers, a flirtatious but intelligent and charming girl, who brought out the rarely seen soft side of John Wayne's tough cowboy character. Amid the tense action and typical Western atmosphere, the romantic relationship between the two characters became a special highlight, full of emotion and authenticity. Wayne, who often played lonely, serious men, gave Dickinson rare compliments. In his book John Wayne, The Man Behind the Myth, he admitted, "She was one of the best actresses I ever worked with." That fueled speculation about a real personal relationship behind the scenes. Dickinson was also not shy about expressing his admiration for Wayne, describing him as lovely and asserting that Rio Bravo revealed a gentler side to him that few people had seen. Rumors of an affair between them have never been confirmed, nor denied. It is this silence that has created an enduring appeal. In an era when legends are carefully guarded, the lack of clarity may have made the story all the more romantic. Rio Bravo is now recognized as one of the greatest westerns, preserved in the National Film Registry and inspiring a generation of directors. But what makes the film live forever in the hearts of audiences is the wonderful cinematic relationship between Angie Dickinson and John Wayne, a combination that still makes people talk about it with both admiration and curiosity. What do you think about the love story between Angie Dickinson and Frank Sinatra? Share your opinion in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel to watch more interesting videos. And remember to click on the next video that is displayed on the screen, you will definitely like it.